welcome back to our channel. I'm Robin.
And I'm Narissa.
And today we're going to be talking about the importance of travel. So in society, there's kind of this overlying idea that after high school, you go to university, and then when you graduate, you start looking for a career so you can settle down and get married and have a family. So technically, since I finished university last year, I should be looking for my full-time career.
And I should technically be in school right now working towards a degree. But Robin and I have prioritized travel, and that's what we're gonna do.
And to us, travel means something different than a vacation. It's not like you're going to spend 2 weeks on a resort or at the beach or something like that. Travel to us is when you immerse yourself in the culture of the country that you're going to.
So for me, I knew that travel was something that I always wanted to do. I just didn't know when it was gonna happen. Once high school was over, all of my peers were gonna be going into post-secondary, and it felt like that was something that I was getting forced into doing. So I did that, and my parents agreed with it. After I finished my first year of university, I realized, okay, traveling is definitely my next step. I know I wanna do that. So that's what I did. And then I had my first big backpacking trip, which was awesome. I absolutely loved it. I learned a lot about myself and about other parts of the world. And when I got back from my trip, I realized I still didn't know what I wanted to take in school, which is totally okay. So I kept traveling and moving around and doing things that made me happy, and that gave me a really good headspace to think about what I wanted to do. So after lots of really great experience, I figured that out, and I definitely wouldn't have figured my path that I'm gonna be taking right away here out 4 years ago. So I'm glad I waited till I was ready. Now that I know what I wanna do for sure, I have left enough time, and Robin has also, for us to do one more big adventure.
So my reasoning for why travel is really important to me is really different from Narissa's. Travel has always been a big topic in my family. After my dad finished school, he did tons of big backpacking trips, some with his friends, some by himself, some with my mom when they were dating. So it's just always been something that I've been aware that you can do. It's never been frowned upon. But hearing all those stories and seeing my cousin do the same thing with his friends, it never really appealed to me at the beginning. Like, I was so confused why someone would want to pick up their whole life and leave their friends and their families and put yourself in uncomfortable situations, something that's not familiar. I thought I knew what I wanted to do with my life. After high school, I wanted to go to university and take all the classes I needed to get into pharmacy. But I learned very early on, once I was in university, that that was not the path I wanted to take at all. So I switched it completely, and I did my undergraduate in biology. I found a love with nature and animals. So that became really important to me, and I started learning about all of these cool ecosystems all around the world, and I just became super intrigued in seeing all of these places and experiencing so many different cultures and people, and just I wanted to go out and explore the world. So it kind of switched my whole thinking around of what I wanted to do. Plus, I've always been the type of person to spend their money on experiences rather than material things. I know that health should never be taken for granted, and life can be super short, so I don't want to have any regrets of something I wanted to do but I was too afraid to. So I'm at this point in my life where I have no house, no career, no kids. There's nothing really holding me back from picking up my life and going to travel.
So that's why Robin and I think travel is important. But if that wasn't enough to kind of influence your decision to go traveling, we came up with 6 additional points as to why travel is important for everyone.
So our first point is that travel is educational. You can read about different cultures all you want, but you can only learn so much by books. You need to go out and you need to experience the culture firsthand. The world is so diverse geographically. Places will look so much different than what you're familiar with at home.
There are also so many different cultures around the world, and you can learn about them through food, the experiences you have, and the people that you meet.
Plus, exposure to these things is going to make you more open-minded because you're going to see that even though people around the world are going to be so different from you, there's certain characteristics that are going to make you more similar in more ways than you think. Also, while you're traveling, you're going to be learning new things all of the time because all of the simple tasks that you would do at home, like finding a bathroom or ordering from a menu, becomes that much harder when you're at a new place. There's gonna be different challenges that arise and you're gonna have to problem solve and get creative to find a solution. One of the biggest problems you're probably gonna face is the communication barrier. It's most likely that the place that you're going to won't speak the same language as you. So you have to find a way to communicate with people that isn't how you would normally think of it. That being said, it is really important and we highly suggest that you take the time to learn a couple key phrases just to have even like a skeleton structure of what you're going to say to someone, like where's the bathroom, or please and thank you, hello, goodbye, or certain things off the menu so you can recognize them. It'll just make traveling that much easier. All in all, your worldview is going to change when you travel because of all of the new experiences you're gonna have and the people that you meet and the places that you see.
Another very important part to traveling is that you get to rediscover yourself. You have a lot of freedom while you're traveling to get to figure out what you enjoy without having the influence of others constantly in the back of your mind. Traveling is going to challenge you in all the right ways, and you're going to learn how capable you are of figuring out things all on your own. Traveling will also spark your creativity. You'll have to problem solve in a lot of new ways that you didn't back home. So because of all those challenges, you're going to learn so many different things about how you'll handle situations,
and you have the space to maybe improve on some things and learn from your behaviors. Just in general, travel gives you the space to just be you that's so different from you being at home. So our third point is that travel is an adventure. Oftentimes you're going to push yourself past your comfort zone and really challenge and stretch your limits. It is also going to teach you so much about self-reliance. You have to rely on yourself to get from point A to point B, to get yourself fed, find a place to stay at night. There's just so many things that you have to plan for yourself that you kind of get the luxury of having planned for you when you're at home.
Plus, with long-term travel, you have so much flexibility in what you can do since you have a longer period of time. So if you get to a place and you really like it, you can stay there. Or if someone tells you, hey, there's this cool local spot, you can just switch your plans up and go there instead. Our fourth point that we have is that traveling really helps your mental health. There's a lot of stress at home with work, relationships, family, and you kind of get to escape that when you're traveling. You get to leave the 9 to 5 and do your own thing.
When you travel, there's no one telling you what to do. So I know it can be incredibly intimidating to visit a new place and take yourself out of your comfort bubble, but you'll learn how to regulate your emotions, and just your emotional intelligence in general is going to improve so much when you travel, and it's just going to help you build a stronger mental health.
There aren't going to be people holding you back. You get to make a lot of choices on your own if you're solo traveling, everything. But if you're going with a friend, there might be some compromises, but ultimately you get to pick a lot of things to do for yourself. So by the end of the trip, you're going to feel really rejuvenated.
Travel allows you to act carefree and really focus on the things that make you happy. I know sometimes when we're at home, it can be really hard to be in the present moment because our brains are just so saturated with stress and we kind of get into the groove of doing the same thing almost every single day. Travel allows you to be in that moment and experience all of the things around you.
And you'll get to change your kind of travel that you want to do. So if you want to go see a beach, you can go see a beach. If you want to go hiking or anything else, you get to pick that. You don't necessarily have to follow what everyone's telling you that you should do.
So the fifth point that we have for you is that traveling will strengthen your relationships. So being at home and in this 9 to 5 routine, it's really hard to find time to spend with your friends and your family. But traveling allows for dedicated time to focus on strengthening those bonds. When you travel, you're with that person 24/7. and you can't really let little things bother you for too long. You kind of just gotta hash it out and figure out how to work with each other. With that being said, patience and tolerance are going to be big things you're going to learn about yourself. Focus on conflict resolution because like you're stuck with them. You're going to be traveling with them the whole time. It just allows you to really grow with this person. Plus, seeing new places and doing new experiences and sharing food and drink are all things that will really help you strengthen that bond and create unique memories. All in all, it's well known that happiness is better when shared. And even if you are solo traveling, you're gonna meet so many new people along the way, and all of this will apply to that too.
Our last point for the video is that you're gonna be creating unforgettable memories. You're gonna meet so many like-minded individuals and a lot of people that are very different from you. You'll be building memories with yourself and with all those people, and you're gonna cherish those memories forever. So in conclusion, even though travel is very scary sometimes, you are going to learn so much about yourself and gain so much confidence, and all of the memories that you're gonna make and all the things you're gonna learn about yourself are gonna stick with you for the rest of your life.
Life is short and you're not always gonna have the freedom to pick up everything and go travel, and there's never gonna be a perfect time, but we seriously recommend you go for it.
So thanks so much for watching, you guys. We really hope you liked this video,
and we'll see you next week.
Wow. Oh my gosh, my eyes are freaking out.
I want to throw my brain out. It's just not working.
Oh my gosh. Okay. That's our reasoning.
Why are you saying it so slow?
I thought that was fast.
It's taken me 5 minutes to say 3 sentences.
That's me every video.
Here we go.
Words are coming out of my mouth, Robin. Experiences that you'll meet with people when you're there. Is that okay?
Experiences that you'll meet with people?
Robin!
That doesn't make any sense.
Robin! I didn't know what came out of my mouth. I blacked out.
Wow.
That was probably the biggest gong show, and you're gonna hate editing.